All right, man, I want y'all to go check out my boy Dame J new album, No Regrets. And I'm telling you, this brother got 10 straight bangers on here, not a filler song. Upper echelon engineering, production, and obviously he got the bars. Definitely a banging album right here. You don't want to miss out on this. One of the best underground albums I heard. So go check out his new album as soon as possible. I put the Apple and Tidal links in the description, but it's on all streaming platforms. Go check out my boy Dame J. You won't be disappointed. Peace. All right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Still getting my man cave together, man. So I had a green screen and shit back up. Once I finish off for it, I have a green screen spot, and then I have a spot where with desks and posters and stuff of that nature. So less car videos, more man cave videos. That's the idea. I had to get everything together. But yeah, I do appreciate you for checking back in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And basically, Damian Lillard is saying that he won't participate in the NBA season if it reboots without a proper opportunity to make the playoffs. Now, Portland is 3.5 games out of the playoff race. I know it's shocking. Carmelo is playing well. I think they had some injuries. Either I think McCollum got injured or whatever. I know Nurkic was injured and Hassan Whiteside was filling in pretty good, and Portland just had made the Western Conference Finals the year before. I know they lost Nurkic, but Whiteside have been doing really, really well. But really can't understand why, Portland struggled the way they did. They down there with New Orleans, they behind Memphis, they behind Oklahoma City, and they was supposed to have a down year, and Gillis Alexander was just flourishing. Chris Paul is staying healthy for like one of the first times in his latter half of his career. And Portland, issue before I get into the statement, you could check that article out at TMZ. I think they backcourt too small. They don't defend good enough. I think McCollum and Lillard is running their course. They're not Dumars and Isaiah. They defend it. He got to get a bigger two guard next to Damian Lillard, maybe a Klay Thompson. And they probably need another guy that can create his own shot. Carmelo is pretty much good on the block, but they need a guy, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard type of guy on the wing, and maybe that'll take them to another level with those two things, and probably some depth too. They need somebody that can create off the bench. Maybe move a Carmelo to the bench, may get him a Vinnie Johnson, Lewis Williams type of field, Jamal Crawford type of field, but he got to want to embrace that role. But right now, Melo is like they 4, and then Nurkic and Whiteside. If Nurkic is healthy, he they 5. They need a prolific scorer at 3. They need that 3-and-D guy, or that just guy can get his own bucket outside of Damian Lillard at the 3. And then the 2, they need a Klay Thompson type guy that can defend, that's tall. I wouldn't be opposed to them trading. We talked about this before, McCollum for Ben Simmons. That'd be a nice trade. You know what I'm saying? But because Ben Simmons can defend, the problem is he can't shoot though. But they have to get more shooting. But other than that, man, he said that he ain't playing if they don't get a proper shot at the playoffs, man. And the proper shot at the playoffs is, he says that if they just bring the Portland Trailblazers back just to play a few meaningless games and they don't have a righteous opportunity at making the playoffs, he not participating. He said he'll be there, but he's not playing meaningless games. But he said that they should do some type of play-in tournament between the 12 and 7 seed and see who gets into the playoffs, because when they start the season back up, maybe in Walt Disney World in Florida, they was once talking about playing the rest of the 18 or 16 games left in the season and then going to the playoffs, but that might be doing too much. And then they might be basically like a preseason. Well, like you play 3 or 4 games to get everybody in shape, but they count as regular season games. And then they go to the playoffs. Me personally, I think it's the stupidest idea in the world to even continue the season. What if Giannis tests positive, or what if Anthony Davis tests positive, or what if Chris Middleton tests positive in the middle of this whole thing? Unless they're not going to test the players, because you got to test the refs, you got to test the TV analysts, you got to test the commentators, you got to test the trainers. That's a lot of testing. If they're not going to test, then it's a great idea, I guess. If they test and one person tests positive, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to keep. It's 30-some teams in the NFL, 15-man roster plus the training staff. You're talking about testing thousands of people on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, they should just kill the season. It's just greed. You know what I'm saying? Those billionaires are still eating with their regular business jobs. You know, usually NBA, NFL, MLB is like they side gig or whatever, but it makes a lot of money. But with Damian Lillard, I definitely agree. I'm not coming back to play no meaningless games because my body ain't even in shape. So what am I playing for? My body ain't even in shape. I go out there and get a soft tissue injury and can't enjoy my summer. So if they do start back up, a play-in is probably the proper thing to do. You know, anybody that's separated by 5 games or less should be part of the play-in. You know, or 3.5 or 4 games or less. You know, they should just have a play-in tournament and do it that way. But it's the stupidest idea to start this league up and makeshift. You know, whoever wins, I'm not gonna count it. If it's Kawhi, if it's LeBron, if it's Giannis, come on, Giannis' first championship. This is worse by far, 1,000 times worse than the lockout season, man. So, you know, Lillard said if they don't have a proper way to compete for a playoff spot, he out. So let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to check out our NBA Talk playlist. Don't forget to be on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Twitter's the fastest way, then Instagram. But I do appreciate everybody for tapping in. Want to make a donation, Cash App, PayPal description. Best way to donate, share the video. For your boy, we gone.